coming out to mourn. I'm told that people are gathered around television sets on streets across this nation. We're getting reports from our affiliated stations that the entire country is now in a bit of shock to learn that Michael Jackson, one of the greatest performers of all time, maybe the most famous man on the face of planet Earth, died today at the age of 50. Stations will be joining us across the country and around the world now as we continue our coverage on the O'Reilly Factor. I'm Shepard Smith in for Bill O'Reilly. This is a special edition of The Factor as we mourn the death of pop star, world superstar, Michael Jackson. It was 12:32 this afternoon, Pacific Daylight Time, when the Los Angeles authorities and the emergency medical technicians got a call that Michael Jackson had apparently slipped into cardiac arrest and had stopped breathing at the home where he was staying in the Los Angeles area. The authorities tell us they were there within 10 minutes, that the emergency medical technicians attempted to revive him but could not. In the ambulance on the way to UCLA Medical Center, they performed CPR and continued CPR until they handed him over to doctors at UCLA Medical Center. The first report from UCLA Medical Center was that he had slipped into a deep coma, and at 3:15 Pacific Daylight Time today, Michael Jackson was pronounced dead at the age of 50.
With the bizarre stories of plastic surgery, child molestation, and outlandish personal habits, it was sometimes hard to remember that Michael Jackson was once the biggest name in the music industry. In fact, he still holds claim to one of the top-selling records in history, his multi-Grammy winning masterpiece, Thriller. While his fame grew to stratospheric levels in the mid-1980s, Jackson's career started off at age 4, when at the urging of his domineering father, he and his brothers formed the Jackson 5, responsible for such hits as I'll Be There and ABC. The group recorded 13 albums in 7 years, all with young Michael in the lead, displaying a depth of passion and soul uncharacteristic for a child his age. While his first solo release was in 1972, Jackson came into his own with his 1979 album, Off the Wall, which spawned 4 top 10 hits and marked the beginning of his long professional relationship with producer Quincy Jones. Jones was also the force behind 1982's Thriller, which besides spending 37 weeks at #1 and selling 46 million copies, helped revolutionize a whole new medium, the music video. Jackson followed this up with well-received albums such as Bad and Dangerous, but his eccentricities soon outshone his professional fame. Stories abounded of numerous facial surgeries, his fascination with exotic animals, and his attempt to buy the remains of the grotesquely deformed Elephant Man. In 1984, his hair caught fire while filming a Pepsi commercial, but that was nothing compared to the turmoil yet to come.
I am hoping for a speedy end to this horrifying experience to which I have been subjected.
In 1993, a 13-year-old California boy filed a lawsuit accusing Jackson of sexual battery. After repeated denials and an undisclosed financial settlement, the suit was dropped, but Jackson's reputation was seriously damaged.
Please welcome Mr. and Mrs. Michael Jackson.
In the midst of his legal battle, Jackson married Lisa Marie Presley. The marriage dissolved after 16 months. Prompting some to suggest it was staged in order to create a family image for the pop star. 9 months after the divorce, Jackson tied the knot again, this time with dermatologist assistant Debbie Rowe. Marriage number 2 lasted 3 years and produced 2 children, son Prince Michael and daughter Paris Michael Catherine.
He's a mean, he's a racist, very jealous.
In 2002, Jackson repeatedly made headlines, first while accusing his label Sony Music of racism, and a few months later when he testified in a California trial, accusing him of backing out of a series of concerts. Then, just days later, the pop star shocked the world once again. Greeting fans from the 4th floor of his hotel in Berlin, Jackson dangled a 9-month-old baby, later confirmed to be his previously unknown 3rd child, off a balcony while waving to onlookers.
I'd like you to meet Michael.
While observers will argue over Jackson's behavior, music historians will cite his indelible imprint on the recording industry, and his fans will always remember him with the title he gave himself, the King of Pop. His unique vocal and dance styles and his keen sense of showmanship gave the world a sensational performance it won't soon forget. Dan Springer, Fox News.
Michael